Welcome back to the garage, everybody. Sorry for the gap in uploads. I've been a bit under the weather with all the crazy weather everyone's been having. But we're back at it, and check out today's project. This is our chopper build. This is something we're going to be taking to Go Power Sports Pool Start Picnic coming up here in a few months. We're going to get this finished and got a few things planned. You can see one of those projects right there. We'll talk more about that later. But for now, we're still working on Rocky's bike, and she wanted the mud flaps that we had on Tortuga. And so we've got Jack over there. He's pulling the mud flaps off the bike, and we're gonna use those as a stencil and make her own set. And it'll be a new front fender, a mud guard in the front, mud guard rear fender in the back. This is our front fender off of Tortuga and the front mud flap. Jack's pulling the other two. Let's check in on him. How's it going, buddy? Oh man, we're having trouble getting to it. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's up there? Okay. You got it. Good job. Let's see, you got more on this side. Alright, y'all, check in with you later. Alright, so here they are. These are the mud flaps off of Tortuga. This was a two-parter on this one. When we remake it on Rocky's bike, it'll be one solid piece, but this was my first attempt at these. So, there you go. Anyways, they're a little scratched up. You can see the paint's not as pretty as when I first made them. They've been through the ringer. We took this through the GPS 180, and then it's been out to the forest, and it's been riding a few times. And they're a little scratched up, a little dirty. That's just fine. Still work for what we're doing with it today. So I got our drum up here on the table, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using these as a template. We're going to lay them out, trace them with a Sharpie, and then we'll get to cutting with a Dremel. And we're not going to copy the same drill holes because we're probably well, this one we might. But this is our front fender, and I'm probably going to do this one different for hers because on her bike, she still has the stock fender on here and has this bracket. On Tortuga, we have Go Power Sports Premium front end, which has a different setup for all this. So, anyways, we're going to make her front fender fit the stock forks, and same thing on the rear fender. We're going to cut that in one solid piece to go all the way around, and we're going to drill it to attach on the stock fender mount. On Tortuga, this is all deleted, and it actually goes from way down there in the frame up across this and attaches straight to the luggage rack. And which I know some people delete their luggage racks because it's a race bike, but mine still gets used for trail riding, so I use that luggage rack. So anyways, I only deleted the brace down here, the bracket, and so mine attaches up here. Hers is going to bolt on right there because that's how she wanted it. So anyways, we're going to make us a new fender here, fender there, mud flap there. Let's make it happen. Alright everybody, our front mud flap, our rear fender slash mud flap, and our front fender all traced out on there. Now let's get it out. For those of y'all who are curious, this is the bit we're using the blade we're using on our griddle. Yeah, I believe this is intended for wood, but it works great on PVC. Alright, so we got them all cut out, but now we gotta trim them up. I'm using a multi-tool with my little pocket knife attachment here, and so as you can see, the edges come out a little rough even with that saw. And so I take my blade here, careful always cut away from yourself, just scrape the edges, and it takes that edge, that burr off real well. So I'll go across the perimeter of all of them and clean them up with that. And then they'll have to be scrubbed and washed really good before they're ready for paint. Before we get that far though, I kind of skipped a step. I'm going to line these up and drill them. So this is the new front fender. We're going to take off the old rear fender and line it up with that bracket. That's why we didn't drill this one. This is the front mud flap. I went ahead and marked those holes so they're the same as what I have for Tortuga, so that one's no problem. I can go ahead and drill that one and install it after paint. And this one is the new rear fender, rear mud flap. It's a lot longer than what I have on Tortuga because that second piece I have extended here already. So all I have to do is line it up and drill it. I can probably duplicate some of the ones off the Tortugas there, but not all of them because there were extra stuff going on there that I won't need on this one. But yeah, we're going to get that lined up and drilled and get everything trimmed up, and that one will be done and ready for paint as well. One more thing, this isn't really for this project, but something I'm going to do. I'm going to lay these out and cut a second set because Dad wanted a set. So we're going to make Dad one, minus the front fender. He's going to do with a different front fender, but he wants the mud flaps. So I'm going to make another set of those. And the website's still not up yet. I'm working on it, y'all. Rachel helps me a ton, but other than that, I'm mostly a one-man team. So anyways, whenever the website gets up, I will be offering these on the website if anyone's interested in getting a set of mud flaps made for their Trailmaster. I'm sure I could make them for any other mini bike, but it has to be something I can make it fit. So yeah, get back to work. Alright everybody, so I went ahead and attached them. You can see I finished trimming them out. We have the mud flaps on the front, the new front fender, and the rear fender mud flap. So from the side you can see it's really low profile. It tucks into the bike real nice. Let's see here. From overhead I rounded out the corners, and it's pretty low profile, short. Yeah, so this is different from the way Tortuga was originally. I angled in the nose of the fender. I thought it looked a little nicer. I also went back and bobbed Tortuga's front fender just because I like the way that looked. The front mud flap is the same, and this is the design style I'm going to go with in the future if I make any more of these. I really like the way that works, and if it's well, works well, why change it? Right now I don't have a reason to. This fender is styled after, like I said, the one on Tortuga, but it bolts up to the stock bracket and it works perfect. I'm very happy with that. And the front fender is like it is. It works just like the one that's on Tortuga, except it's a little bit further, it's a little bit longer in here, it goes a little further down, and it blocks any of the mud from the swing arm back to the bracket. So I'm real happy with that. I'm actually going to put less ties on it. On Tortugas I have it tied up to this bar right up in here, but that's not really necessary, so we're going to leave it just like it is. These zip ties aren't very tight right now just because I'm going to pull these back off and paint it. But I wanted to give a quick glance at how it looks. We got everything put on. I also, off camera, went and put the old tank back on the motor because this is how it's going to be. And we're going to put the fake tank that we got from Massimo on the frame next. That's sitting right there. So I got the longer bolts I needed to put that through the frame, and we're going to put that on next. So y'all... Alright, so before final install, I'm also going to put a piece of rubber down on the frame just to keep things from rattling. But this is not a final put together. This is just me having it all together for pictures. And next time it comes apart, we'll paint it, and then I'll put the rubber down. Bolts are just finger tight. That's fine. Extra hard. Sit in there. There we go. It's done. That's pretty cool. Gives a real stocky, filled out look. Nice. So, doing the build this way, I get to keep the stock headlights, but I'm also going to use these bicycle headlights just because I love the way they work. And they're nice and bright and redundant, and yeah, they work out well. So I got to have front and rear brakes on this Trailmaster. We've got great protection from mud for the engine. We have a low tank, fake tank, whatever you want to say, that gives us great storage. We got mid-peg kit, so we can ride comfortably. We still have the front pegs, so you can kick your feet forward if you want to. This is pretty great. Quick walk around here. So it looks like your standard Trailmaster, but it is definitely not your standard Trailmaster. Oh, for those of y'all who weren't here on the previous episode, that's the Coleman exhaust from Go Power Sports. You can see I modified this side plate. I just cut it out. It'll look a lot better once it's sanded down and painted, but for now, that's a stock plate. I just cut it out. Coleman exhaust out the right side. Works really well on this bike. You're less likely to burn yourself. It is very tight here on the shock, just be forewarned. But other than that, it works really well. So yeah, lots of protection for the engine with the mud guards, the fake tank, glove box, whatever you want to call it. Fits really good. I love the looks of the bike. Nice and stocky looking. Everything's filled in. Looks like it's meant to be this way. We still have our luggage rack, which is super great. Honestly, I'm probably going to put a crate on the back. No, it's on my bike. Check this out. So I have it's dark out here, you probably couldn't see it. I have a Champion, 125 Ice Bear Champion. Let's see if you guys can see this. Probably not. Anyways, I've got a crate on the back of that, and it works fantastic. It's a great little grocery getter. So I think I have another one of those crates around here somewhere. I'll find it if I do. And that might wind up on the back of this bike because this is Rachel's trail bike that she'll go riding with me, and or if Rachel can't go with me and anyone else does, they take this bike, and so it always winds up carrying a radio or an ice chest or whatever, so it's great for that. and so might put a crate on the back. And then we got these big old tires over here. These are super nice. They're Sun F. They're actually a little, technically they're too big, but they fit. I make them fit. They're 22s by 11, and of course they're for an 8-inch rim. But they balloon out, and we're gonna put those on the front, and they should work really well. I mean, I say they should. I've used them on a Baja build before, and they do work really well. It actually, by being wider and taller, it'll bubble out, and it makes it even taller than 22. It comes out like a 23 or 24 inch tire. It's a lot of rubber stuff in the front, but it picks up that front and gives you a little more cushion when you're riding it. It's pretty great. Done it on another build, and very happy with it. So we're going to be putting that front tire on Rachel's bike and Tortuga, and the old knobby that I've got on the front of Tortuga is going to come to the rear of Rachel's bike. So Tortuga will have one of these big pillow tires, and so will her bike. So anyways, that's all for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, I'm sorry that it's taken me so long to get out another video. I've been swamped at work and very sick over the last week with this crazy weather. I know everybody's sticking it out. We're down here in Texas, and it was crazy cold, and then today, absolutely gorgeous. So, I mean, the weather's all over the place, and it's getting people sick. I hope everybody at home is doing well. My crew is doing better. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.